Next topic. Had a big announcement this week. Battlefield 1 is dropping. So excited. We had just had a discussion in our friend group earlier in the week about how military games have just gotten so bland and how they're all, it's like they were all the same kind of modern warfare deal. And then Titanfall came out and they're like, ooh, we can copy that. And so now everything is like mech suits and running on walls. And there is now no difference from Black Ops 3 to Modern Warfare 3, not Modern, Advanced Warfare. Like all the Call of Duties kind of feel the same. And then Battlefield went the same way. But now Battlefield 1 has been released, and it's creating some excitement out there. All right? Mm-hmm. So a couple questions for you guys. We'll go around the table. We'll just kind of talk it out. Not even go around the table. We'll talk it out amongst ourselves. Do you agree that the hype for Battlefield 1 is well-deserved? Is it are we overhyping it like we can do a lot of games? And then also on the heels of that, is Call of Duty on the decline? I mean, you see that where they literally had to come out and defend the YouTube video because they got so many dislikes, and
which is rough.
Infinite Warfare, and more people are excited about Call of Duty Modern Warfare,
the remaster,
Call of Duty 4 than they are Infinite Warfare. And with that, how do games with yearly releases like Call of Duty, they don't become stale? You got EA Sports games, you got Call of Duty Assassin's Creed, yada, yada, yada. So what do you think? Just jump in there. Do you feel that the Battlefield 1 excitement is legit, or are we just excited because of something different?
I mean, I think, excited because it's different. I mean,
right.
I think that's legit excitement. I mean,
if I'm not mistaken, isn't an alternate universe World War I too?
I don't know if they've actually come out and said
there's been
that.
a ton of speculation, no facts.
I hope it is. I mean, not like it needs
War.
to be. It's going to be alternate where they have actually mech suits and you can run on walls in Battlefield 1. That's what it's going to be.
Dear God.
I mean,
we can only hope.
Yeah.
With some Moonrakers out there.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The best Bond film.
I mean...
No, not the best. Don't even get me started on best Bond film. That's terrible.
I don't like those films. Those are just mediocre at best, honestly.
Shut your mouth. The Bond movies are great until Roger Moore hit the scene, and then it's like your grandpa kissing your 20-year-old sister every time he gets with a Bond girl.
You say that like it's personal life experience.
But enough about my family reunion.
All right, so okay, Battlefield 1 is the hype deserved.
I think Battlefield 1 more than Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm gonna say this is why I think franchises like Halo is probably gonna last longer than Call of Duty, because they're gonna lose warfares. Eventually, they're gonna be like Call of Duty Civil Warfare, or something like that. Going Revolutionary Warfare.
I thought you were about to be like Call of Duty Silver Surfer. Like, see now you guys, you're not even in the same universe now.
They just go out there, and I just think those war shooters are just.
I don't know. See, I mean, you talk about the trailer, giving all those thumbs down on YouTube. If you look at the one for Black Ops 3, it got a ton of thumbs down. Right. It's still in the top paid section of Xbox One. I mean,
it's funny because I think it's that community that kind of keeps that going, and
it's the fanboys that are just the hardcore.
It's the fanboys that keep it going.
There's a lot of them.
Now, you and I, Mike, we discussed how honestly, if our friends were into Call of Duty or Battlefield, I'd buy it because here's why: it's a different shooter experience. Now, I'll maybe back up. Black Ops 2, so before Advanced Warfare, it was a different experience. But once they got the mech suits in there, I was kind of like, all right, now we can jump, clamber. It felt
Elysium
like
the game.
Well, Elysium the game, yeah. That's very true. That's not a bad movie, by the way.
You know what's crazy, though, is they actually did the clamber and everything and the boosting before Halo did. Isn't that funny to think about?
It is funny, yeah. They really did.
True.
Advanced Warfare did all that before Halo.
Yeah, if our group played it, I would enjoy it.
Because
we play Halo. I mean, I've played a lot of Halo 5.
Hey.
I wouldn't keep playing it unless all my friends played it.
Hey, we never got to play Titanfall together, and
that's
a game we all
I have it
love.
downloaded. Let's
I
go
have
do
it
it right
too.
now.
I've got it, yeah. So it was $5 a while back on Xbox
it's free
Marketplace.
on EA Access.
Yeah, I just want to hear that sweet, sultry Richard Isaacson voice. Guess who's in a tie?
Guess who's in a tie? And yeah, so we should play Titanfall tonight, actually.
Yes.
But I will say that Call of Duty it would be a different experience because we don't play games like that often. And let me tell you why it's a different experience, because you got Richard who's up in a tower way up somewhere with a sniper rifle, and some other people are running around. You just get to play it a little bit differently. You can play Halo differently, but Halo is not meant to be played like that. Halo is
smaller maps.
And you all have exactly the same weapons for the most part.
Yeah,
except for like a Fiesta type thing.
Exactly. I mean, and that's where Call of Duty was fun when I did play it with my friends, because let me tell you something that Call of Duty did right. We hate on Call of Duty a lot, but I hate on Call of Duty now. You know what I'm saying? I think because dude, the Spec Ops missions in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I think it was, were some of the most fun things you can do with your friends. So fun. Like, it's like you and your friend, you're both on a snowmobile, and like the whole mission is like just get to the bottom of the hill and shoot all these people. Dude, it was so much fun. But I think once
it's like Terrorist Hunt in Rainbow Six Vegas.
Yes, but once they went with this multiplayer model of like microtransactions and like super customization with your guns and paint job. Except, dude, you remember Black Ops and you could make it.
I love the customizations. It's just the fact that it's the same thing over and over, and that's
it's the gameplay. I think that got stale.
The third, basically futuristic warfare game.
Yes,
Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and now Infinite Warfare. People will just want anything different from this, and that's why they're having to re-release their best game ever just to sell it. I think.
Right, and you know what sucks is that Battlefield Hardline didn't do well, and I thought that would do really well because you know what the premise of Battlefield Hardline was, right?
It's cops and robbers.
It's cops and robbers, and you're like, oh, dude. That felt super cool. That game tanked.
I heard it was really bad.
It was like
it released really poorly. It didn't work very well.
The beta was super broken too, so it got a lot of bad press.
Yeah, it's on sale for like $10. I'm not kidding. On Xbox a few weeks ago.
Along those same lines, I was getting a Redbox last night and saw that Goosebumps is on Redbox. I went home. It's also on Netflix.
Yeah, Goosebumps is on Netflix.
It came out like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is Jack Black.
Ouch.
So
and he usually makes such great movies.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see him in Jumanji.
Yeah.
He's known for his great.
Yeah. Okay, so Battlefield. Let's go move to Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1. What I'm excited about, or what I'm eager to see what they're going to do, is the best thing about Battlefield 4 was the huge maps, and literally meant the
destructible environments.
Dude, the first Xbox record that I ever did, like the first upload studio clip I ever made, was sniping this guy from a long way away. Now in Halo, you're like, oh, cool. In Battlefield, dude, you just feel like a champ because you can watch your bullet just turn in the
That's awesome.
The experience is very real. And which sometimes to a frustrating point. You ever try to fly a helicopter in Battlefield? Because it's impossible.
It's like flying a real helicopter.
Oh, it is. I get in a jet, I'm dead in 2 seconds. Not because anybody shoots me, I drive it into the ground. Like, it's so bad.
Do either of you know what it feels like to fly a helicopter in real life? You're both just like, it's just like when I fly my helicopter at home.
It's just like when I flew my helicopter here.
You guys don't have helicopters?
You guys don't have that? So we're saying. So I mean, we won't spend too much more time on this, but I do want to hear your thing on what do you think yearly releases can do to keep from becoming stale.
So one franchise that actually for me did this really really well, and I know I'm going to get some flame, especially from over here on the right.
Yeah, you about to.
I
know what you're going to say.
I love you, Mike. I love you so much. But
say Assassin's Creed. Man.
From Assassin's Creed 1. Okay, and I know a lot of people hated that game. I personally love that game.
I loved it.
I hated
game.
1.
Assassin's Creed 1 through Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Right.
Ubisoft did, I'm pretty sure, a yearly release on games.
Yeah, they did.
And I played every single one of them. And in fact, I played them after the fact. And I binge played them. I literally I finished 1 because I played 1 for a while and kind of taken a break from it, came back, blew through the rest of it, just enjoyed the crap out of it. Played Assassin's Creed 2, which is, in my opinion, still the best one. The beginning of Ezio's story.
Right, yeah.
Blazed through the next 2 Ezio stories. Loved Assassin's Creed 3.
I did too.
Loved it so much.
I hated it so much.
And then Black Flag is actually my second favorite after Assassin's Creed 2. And after that, it got,
let's talk about
weird.
that because Ubisoft at that point in time did so well exactly what we're talking about. Here's what they did well is they had 1, which was the opening, the opening
and
one.
really the first game of its kind.
First game of its kind.
Definitely.
It caught on, got really popular. the progression of 2, Brotherhood and Revelations, was all Ezio's story.
Yeah.
So it made Modern Warfare good. It was all Soap McTavish and the what's the guy, I forget the whatever his name is. Anyway, that's what made Modern Warfare good. It was a continuing storyline through the whole thing, right?
Right.
Then they did exactly what Call of Duty did to keep it fresh with Black Ops. Is they came out with a different setting totally. So then they went to the American Revolution. You're like, oh my god! And I know you hated that game.
No,
but dude,
I mean it was not the setting and everything that I hated.
Okay, Connor was whatever. But the setting of the American Revolution, and you're like going through
So
like
attractive.
Boston and New York, it was so cool. Okay, and then they came out with Black Flag, totally different. Still kept the Kenway thing, whatever, yada yada yada. And then they did Unity. And Unity, I feel like they focused way too much on multiplayer. The multiplayer was cool.
It was.
But to unlock some of that stuff, you had to do like some crazy junk to unlock the most thing. And then this steampunk one felt the exact same. And I was like, I'm not buying this. This is the same game.
Yeah.
It hurt my heart, honestly, for a new Assassin's Creed game to come out, and for me, literally just not to care.
I didn't want it at all. I still don't want it. They sold it for $35.
I think they did the best at keeping a long series going, and they've taken a break right now. So after the 6th one, whatever the steampunk looking one was, I don't even want to remember the name of it. That was the England one, right?
The one,
is it Syndicate?
Syndicate.
Yes.
Which, by the way, looked like a really cool setting, but I was so burned by the story in Unity. I never even finished the Unity campaign.
Unity story was pretty
They did a great job with having the different settings. My problem was they never really evolved the controls. It was basically they just slapped a new
feature.
on it. And a big thing that I didn't like about the 3rd one was I didn't feel the controls matched what you were doing. Assassin's Creed is based on really tall buildings, a lot of jumping around.
Right.
Everything felt very flat except
controls.
for Boston.
Controls on the 3rd one almost made me quit. Like I had to get used
At
to
the very beginning, actually.
Very beginning.
The new combat.
I was telling Trevor, I was like, I can't.
But
That's the only game.
You can only do a yearly release for so long. You can't keep coming up with a new idea.
It's not
you're
sustainable.
Releasing a game every year.
I still regret not buying that collector's edition of Assassin's Creed 3, man. Looking up on my shelf, I see all the cool Assassin's Creed statues I have, and man,
I think you can find it on
two
eBay
tomahawks out, man.
2 tomahawks, American flag flying in the background. Man, I wanted that one.
Pretty sure they're giving them for free out the
Maybe
next to the dumpster at GameStop. That game is,
no, GameStop ain't giving away nothing for free. What do you think, Richard? What can they do to keep yearly releases fresh?
My opinion, they don't. They can't, man. Every single game that we listed, either EA Sports, Call of Duty, or Assassin's Creed, they've all became stale to me. And the main reason because it's the same. To me, it's the same game every year. Especially Madden, man. I've gone on rants with Madden.
No, we know.
We just got into a big old text fight the other day on it.
I think Madden's problem is it's a monopoly, so they don't have any reason.
Right.
To improve.
There's not a lot of
no incentive. Yeah.
There's not a lot of competition there either.
That's a different thing though, because people will pay for the updated rosters and that. I think that's a little bit different.
I think we're even a little bit burned by just the fact that it's a yearly release. I think this is what we were talking about in the text the other day. Hey, they didn't change much from Halo 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. I mean, they've changed a lot. Okay, hang on, back up. Hear me out. They've changed a lot, right? And I'm doing air quotes right now. Clamber, brand new. Guns, brand new. Movement, brand new. But it's been a slow progression.
Yeah.
Halo has been out since 2001.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like, but there's...
I would say Halo 1 to 2 to 3, there was less.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I would say that 4 and 5 were pretty different, especially 5.
Yeah.
The complaints that they didn't have a lot of stuff on it when it came out, I think the reason it was like that was because they took so long to reinvent everything.
Right.
I mean, it feels really different. We haven't gone back to play Master Chief Collection because we don't hate ourselves.
Right. Yeah, well.
But it's very different.
No, but I will tell you, but I think what happens is you exhaust all the features in those games over the 4 years between them when they come out.
You do.
And so, yeah, you're going to buy Halo 5 because you're like, oh, my God, it's a new Halo game. I haven't paid for Halo in 4 years. Madden, different story. You pay for Madden every single year. And you're like,
$60, man.
Yeah, $60 every year.
This is how I knew, in my personal experience, why I was done with Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2 was my favorite one when it came out. With my prime, all my friends from high school was playing it. Then Black Ops came out right after that. And Black Ops, to me, was a good game. You had zombies, but then it's like, I didn't have enough money. I was only working very, very part time. But finally got Black Ops. The next Call of Duty game was announced, and I was like, well, that's coming out next year. I'm a teenager trying to keep up with everything.
It's hard. It's a hard knock life.
$110
I'm a
purchase.
poor boy.
But I just got tired. Like, man,
Right.
I don't want to spend $60. It's not even my favorite game. I'm only doing it for the multiplayer and to hang out with my friends. I love Halo though, and Halo just
Absolutely.
every year, just I don't know.
It would be interesting to see how Halo would do if you did a yearly release
Gosh,
of Halo.
Yeah. It probably wouldn't do well.
No, it
No.
probably wouldn't.
It would not.
And
Yeah.
and here's the thing: you keep coming back to Halo for what? For the story.
The story.
And,
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what.
Although Halo, listen,
No, I don't.
listen, I love the guys at 343. I do, man. But if that next video game has me fighting the same bad guy 12 times,
Dude, you just salty because you played a solo legendary and kept
I
getting
did play
killed,
it
man.
solo legendary, and I beat it solo legendary.
Yes, you
Same
did. You got that visor color, dog.
I got that visor color, but
Same
listen,
here, man.
I'm just telling you right now, dude. The Warden Eternal fight got real old, real fast.
I actually couldn't care less about the
wanna-
story in Halo. Not that it's bad. It's just
Right.
I buy it for the multiplayer because everybody I hang out with
And
plays it.
True.
So.
I tell you what I like what 343 is doing with the multiplayer. It's kind of I like it in some areas and I don't like it, but they're waiting for certain times to release new game types to keep it fresh. Sometimes don't really like it because I'm like I wish they had infection from the start.
Sure. Right.
But
I agree with that.
but like, part of it just like as they're releasing stuff makes me come back more to it. And I like
We've
that.
been
a
playing
little bit.
Infection
keeps
the
it
last
a-
week or so.
It keeps it fresh.
We hadn't played it since the last update.
Right.
So yeah, it does
But
keep us coming
I tell you
back.
what, I want to praise Halo 5 real fast because I'm a Halo 5 fanboy, But
We know.
but just like the
Halo 5.
content in that game, there's just so much more than any Halo there is.
Firefight's coming,
I
man.
like it.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
not here yet.
Someday.
That's not there. Oh
No,
my
there's a
gosh,
beta.
man.
All right.
Yeah, we only played the
Someday.
beta.
We got to move on here.